Hi everyone. Welcome to Center of Balance Live. I'm Szenan from Center of Balance, the acupuncturist. Now, today the topic is the best diet for reducing hot flush. And we're going to talk about what sort of diet are the best. It's the best for reducing hot flushes. Now, before I really get into it, can we please give you a thumbs up and say hi to me here. Hi, Samantha. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us. And share this live video on your social media. I'm going to share it on my page. Let me go into my page first. I'm going to share as watch watch party. Okay. Thank you. Now, hi, Veronica. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Then please let me know what have you tried? What sort of diet do you think is best for reducing hot flushes? What have you tried? What have you been eating that help hot flushes? If you know any of that, can you please leave your comment down there? Thank you. Then I'm going to go to Instagram right now and start the I know some of you in this Instagram, this is actually my clinic Instagram, and I have another Instagram that is my personal account and an English one. So I'm going to go to the personal account and do the live video. Once I do that, I will start getting to the topic. Right. That's it. So diet change is one of the lifestyle changes. Right. So it is important. It is very, very important. Okay. Now, what happened is if you suffer from hot flushes, then you may choose to have hormone therapy replacement, right? Or you may receive acupuncture or Chinese medicines treatment, right? Could be anything. Now what happened is there are a lot of things that you can do at home. There are a lot of things that you can change in your lifestyle to make your hot flush even better. Now, we discussed before that hormone replacement therapy has the side effects, right? Then the side effect is cancer. And if you want to avoid this, you won't use it. That is why that the population of the people who suffer from hot flush when they in menopause, and now a lot of people decided not using hormone replacement therapy. But what can you do if you're not doing hormone replacement therapy? The diet. Okay, lifestyle changes. Even though you're having acupuncture or Chinese medicine treatments or naturopath treatment, any others, then lifestyle change is very, very important. There's something that you can do that a lot of people didn't realize, that the changing diet it can actually reduce hot flashes. Now, eat a well-balanced diet and control the portion size. That would help. Now, a well-balanced diet, what does it mean? Now, I'm going to name some of the food out to you as a suggestions, and what are those food may help you, and from a nutritionist point of view, although I'm not. Exercise regularly. That's important too. Right. Now, some lifestyle changes. If you're a smoker, stop smoking and stay away from secondhand smoke. Right. Caffeine, alcohol, avoid them. Right. We mentioned that those are the triggers of hot flashes. Does that make sense? So lifestyle changes, it can be a lot, but we're gonna focus on one thing, which is diet. A lot of people miss out on diet. Okay. Now, here it is. You want to get enough fiber. One, to stabilize sugar level, because when your blood sugar level up and down, not stabilized, then it will actually impact in your hormone. Your hormone won't be able to stable. Then what happens is it will cause you hot flash and sweating more often, more frequent, and more severe. So in diet, we suggest oats, brown rice, millet, papaya, apples, kiwis, guava, tomatoes, carrot, beetroot, pepper, bell pepper. All those things that I just named up have a lot of fibers that it can help you stabilize your blood sugar. Right. Then the next thing, to maintain the hormone balance, right? The nutritionists may suggest flaxseed and cinnamon. Now, as a Chinese medicine herbalist, that we know that cinnamon is a heat herbs. It's a warm herbs. What I say warm herb is, it'll make your body warmer. But it's funny, isn't it? Because in the Western world, when you suffer from menopause and you get hot flashes, and they suggest you to take cinnamon. And guess what? Some people take cinnamon, feel better. Now, let's turn to Chinese medicine. When we look at it, most of the cases of menopause that causing hot flash, they come from yin deficiency that causing the heat, right? So when yin deficiency causing the heat, you won't use cinnamon. So why are the nutritionists still suggesting cinnamon? That is because the cinnamon can also help menopause. And according to Chinese medicine, that's yang deficiency of menopause, hot flashes. Does it make sense now? So according to Chinese medicine, that Some of the women take cinnamon, they feel better, but I want to warn you here, some of the women take cinnamon, they got worse. So it got better is because your hot flash is caused by yang deficiency. It got worse is because your hot flash is caused by indeficiency. From indeficiency. Does it make sense? So since the nutritionist suggests cinnamon is one of the best things for hot flashes, then I would suggest, and I suggest you to take cinnamon to test out whether you are yang deficiency or indeficiency. One simple action to do. You don't need a Chinese medicine doctor or an acupuncturist to tell you whether your hot flasher is from indeficiency or yang deficiency. Simple, isn't it? So this is the thing that I would suggest you to do, because cinnamon is very good for hormone balance, for the kidneys. Now it's in the kidney functions, and it can tell whether it's indeficiency or yang deficiency causing the problem. All right, hope this is valuable for you. Now, omega-3. Now, you want to improve omega-3 because omega-3 can help you prevent depression and anxiety. Now, when it comes to menopause, that causing hot flashes, with the menopause, a lot of women end up with depression and anxiety. So omega-3 actually help. Now, flaxseed. But when you say omega-3, and people think about what? Fish oil. This is the first thing. People think about fish oil. Get some salmon, blah, blah, blah. But yes, you don't need to. Flaxseed got a lot of omega-3. So flaxseed is very small. You don't eat it like this. The best way to get flaxseed is grind it up and put it on top of your rice, or grind it up and take the powder, something like that. And that's the best way to get omega-3. And what else? Hemp seeds got omega-3 too. And tofu as well. Okay. Now, you want to, we know, when it comes to hot flashes, menopause, that the hormone replacement therapy is mainly giving you estrogen, right? Estrogens. I simply give you synthetic estrogen, it may cause cancer. Now, what are the natural estrogen? The natural one from plant is called phytoestrogens. But with phytoestrogens, it can relieve hot flashes and night sweats. So which means every day, take some soy products. Now you want to make sure this is GE free as well as organic. In New Zealand, we're so lucky. In the countdown, it's a very cheap one, organic soy milk. 1 liter costs about $2 something. Very cheap. It's not expensive at all. Well, of course, I think it's a bit dearer than dairy milk, but it's still very cheap. Everyone can afford. Then take some soy milk every day. There are unsweet one, so you can take unsweet soy milk. Legume and beans and tofu, right? So those will help you relieve hot flashes and night sweat. calcium. Why do you need calcium? Because hot flashes, one of the thing that would happen is, and things that you want to prevent is osteoporosis, because you're losing calcium. You're losing calcium in your body. Then where do you get your calcium? The first thing you think about probably milk, right? Because you've been educated that way. And we all been educated that way. Meat, milk. You're wrong. Because drinking milk will actually lead your body to lose a lot of calcium. I don't know whether you know it or not, whether you heard about it or not, but yes, this is true. There are a lot of studies show that in America and UK, a lot of elderly people get fractured bone because they've been diagnosed with osteoporosis. Why is that? Now think about it. Why elderly people in America and Europe that got higher chance to break the bone, and why are more cases of osteoporosis in this country and not many in Africa? Because in Africa they can't afford dairy milk. They don't do dairy milk. They don't intake milk daily. They can't afford it. It's not in the culture, but it's in the culture in Europe and America. They take it every day. They don't just drink it 1 cup a day. They take cheese. They put it in cooking. And the research says this is the reason, that because milk will lead you to lose your calcium instead of giving you more calcium. So what is the best way to eat more calcium in your body? Broccoli, spinach. They won't have the problem that make you losing calcium. They will give you more calcium. One. Now, if you still have the wrong idea, say, well, I think the meat is the best sources, milk is the best sources, and it's much more than broccoli and spinach, something like that. You're wrong again. You need to think about where is this calcium come from. The calcium is not producing from the calcium is not producing the calcium is not producing from the cow. The calcium is actually from the ground. When they eat plant, and it's in the plant that go into the body and make into the milk and the meat. So you need to know where the sources come from. So directly we can eat the plant to get the calcium. Does it make sense? Now I hope this makes sense to you. So what happened just now? We named all the food that may help hot flashes. They are all plant-based. Yes, I only agree plant-based diet because I don't want you to get some food that is they are able to help with your hot flashes and lead to other disease. Because in hot flashes and menopause, you want to avoid osteoporosis, you want to avoid depression, you want to avoid anxiety, as well as you want to avoid heart disease. It's very easy to lead to heart disease. So if you eat those fatty things, you have salmon, all those things, meat, milk, those are a high risk for heart disease. And if you use just plant-based diet, you will actually decrease and prevent you to get into heart disease, osteoporosis, depression, and anxiety. I hope this all makes sense to you. So stay awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Hi everyone, welcome to Szenan.